Sarah's hands trembled as she stared out the kitchen window, her coffee growing cold in her grip. The beautiful row of Arborvitae plants her parents had carefully selected just last week lay scattered across the lawn like broken soldiers. Each one had been methodically hacked down, their green branches strewn everywhere, roots exposed and dying in the morning sun. Mom, Dad, you need to see this. Her voice cracked with disbelief. They'd only been in this neighborhood for 3 weeks. The houses were crammed so close together that Sarah could literally see into their neighbor's kitchen from her bedroom window. There was zero privacy, which had driven her mother crazy from day one. After countless discussions and careful budgeting, her parents had finally invested over $3,000 in those gorgeous privacy plants. They were supposed to create a natural barrier, a living wall that would give their family some breathing room in this claustrophobic suburban nightmare. Now, they were destroyed. Completely, utterly destroyed. Sarah's father didn't waste a single minute. His face flushed red with anger as he marched straight over to their neighbor Marcus's house, with Sarah and her mother following close behind. Marcus answered the door with an infuriating smirk plastered across his face, arms crossed defensively over his chest. Those plants were on my property, Marcus declared smugly, not even pretending to feel remorseful. I had every legal right to remove them, and if you plant anything there again, I'll be calling the authorities. Consider this your only warning. Sarah watched her father's jaw clench, his fists tightening at his sides, but he simply turned around and walked away, refusing to engage further. That evening, he spent hours on the phone with the landscaping company, explaining the situation in exhausting detail. Thankfully, the plants had come with a comprehensive warning. The company agreed to replant everything the following week, free of charge. This time, they were meticulous. The landscapers brought out measuring equipment and marked everything precisely. They made absolutely certain that not a single leaf, not a single root crossed anywhere near the property line. Sarah helped her parents water the new plants every evening, hoping desperately that this nightmare was finally over. It wasn't. 3 nights later, Sarah jolted awake to a horrifying sound. The unmistakable roar of a chainsaw ripped through the quiet darkness at 2 in the morning. Her heart pounding, she ran to the window and couldn't believe what she saw. Marcus was out there in his pajamas and work boots, chainsaw buzzing violently as he tore through their brand new plants with deliberate, vengeful strokes. Her father called the police immediately while her mother recorded everything on her phone, her hands shaking so badly the video came out blurry. When the officers arrived, Marcus tried playing innocent, claiming he'd simply made an honest mistake about the property boundaries. The police weren't buying it, but they couldn't arrest him without definitive proof of where the actual property line existed. After lengthy discussions with both families, Marcus finally agreed to hire a professional surveyor to settle the dispute once and for all. He seemed confident, almost cocky about it. Sarah suspected he genuinely believed he was right. The surveyor arrived on a crisp Thursday morning. Sarah watched from her window as the man methodically measured, marked, and documented everything. When he finally placed the orange survey tape, Sarah's mouth dropped open in shock. The tape ran 11 feet into Marcus's yard. His fence, his beautiful privacy fence that he'd been so proud of, was completely on their property. Every single post, every single board. Sarah watched the color drain from Marcus's face as the surveyor explained the findings. Her father stood there with his arms crossed, saying absolutely nothing, but his expression spoke volumes. Over the next 2 weeks, Marcus had to dismantle his entire fence himself. Sarah could hear him cursing and hammering from sunrise to sunset. The surveyor's bill arrived shortly after, along with a legal demand for compensation for the destroyed plants. The total came to nearly $10,000. By the end of the month, Sarah's family had reclaimed their expanded property, installed beautiful new plants that were thriving peacefully, and finally achieved the privacy they desperately wanted. Marcus barely made eye contact anymore when they passed on the street. Sometimes, Sarah thought, karma doesn't just knock on your door. Sometimes it brings a surveyor's tape and a very expensive lesson about respecting boundaries.